Oh, Stanifer started with third. That's weird. Predicting his blanks are cherry also. Like the pen blanks? Some of them. I use a lot of cherry. It's good. Shut up. Oh, start with beer. Wait for some people to show up. So I'm actually on time, so that is probably what's causing it. Oh. Welcome, oh human good home. That's me. I'll take that. It's a compliment as far as I'm concerned. I keep thinking that there's something on my head, but it's actually on my screen, and it's like a mark in my phone screen, and it's like it's a mark in the screen protector, which is still like the factory screen film that came on my phone. There's a little ding right there. How are people doing? How's everybody's week? How are things? Everything cool? Everything smooth? Longer Beam's back. Happy New Year to everyone. Hope everyone has great plans and ambitions for 2023. Let's make it great. I do have some plans and ambitions, but we all know how that goes sometimes, right? The plans and ambitions from last year just went. But we'll see. We'll see how the year goes. Just keep on keeping on, one foot in front of the other, you know. Yeah, they should just make it into a cooking channel. I really should. They're quicker videos to make, and just as many people watch them. So, Business Mike would make a cooking channel instead. I would take the channel I already have and just turn it into a cooking channel, because no, I think I would lose a fair number of people. But I'm absolutely not going to start another channel from scratch, make a cooking channel. If I have enough left over, I'll make you a mesquite bowl blank. Hey, sweet. I've got that chunk of mesquite that came in the last box. It's not a bowl blank, but it's this like wonky thing. It says mesquite on it. Still not sure what it'll end up being. It's heavy ass. Oh, Sean McGill's back. His coaster got there. Paul's coaster. He sent me a pic of it today. His got there too. Mesquite pen blanks? No, maybe a little lidded box. I might be able to get a little lidded box out of that. Pen blank seems like a poor use of that piece of wood. Misfit, welcome back, my friend. Congratulations to your Seahawks sneaking in to the bottom of the playoffs there. I remember I was making fun of the Seahawks in the off season. I was like, yeah, sorry about your Seahawks and all what they're doing this year. But I was also making fun of my Cardinals for spending $1 bajillion on their quarterback and having their star wide receiver out for the first half of the season. And then, yeah, turns out Geno Smith, you know, like, I guess managed to sneak him in. But thankfully, today, we fired the coach and general manager of the Arizona Cardinals, which is going to be good. So we may be in rebuild phase, which is fine with me. It feels like we're constantly in rebuild phase, but It's the life you live as a Cardinals fan. You're constantly just, the expectations are very low. Longer beam, yes, I am a Cardinals fan. Why am I a Cardinals fan? It's a good question, really. Well, I mean, the story of me becoming a Cardinals fan was when I was okay. I was a fan of. I've always picked when I picked my team, other than the Oilers, because I grew up in the '80s and the Oilers were the closest team to where I grew up that was even remotely good. And the Riders are my Canadian football team. I grew up in Saskatchewan, and when you grow up in Saskatchewan, you are a Riders fan, whether you want to be or not. In terms of picking other sport teams, I tended to pick ones that sucked so that I could cheer for them. And, like, go you guys, even though you suck. So I was a Tampa Bay Buccaneers fan way, way back. Like Vinny Testaverde, Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And the New England Patriots were another of my favorite teams. And they both were just horrid. But then I think I liked the Buccaneers because of the orange. And I liked the Patriots because they were horrible. And but then the Patriots got good. And I was like, I need to pick a new football team. I don't really, because they got too good. And so I picked I was like, okay, you know what? I'm going to pick a new football team. Let's pick another team that sucks, but I like the way that they play the game. And it was, when was it? I was working at a sports bar as a bartender, and we showed all the NFL games. So I got to watch a lot of football. I was like, I like the way the Cardinals play football. And I like the logo, and they suck. So I'll just pick them. That'll be my team. And so that's been 15 years. Something like that. It was funny because like 2 years maybe after I picked them as my team, they went to the Super Bowl with Kurt Warner. And that was heartbreaking. The grinder station is not set up. Misfit, I'm sorry, the grinder station is not set up. It's fine. I can sharpen my tools with it. So that's the main problem with me not being in a big hurry, is that it doesn't bother me to sharpen my tools on it. I hate James Harrison. I hate the Steelers, just in general. James Harrison, yes, I absolutely hate James Harrison. But just in general, the Steelers. I mean, I was not a fan before. I've never liked the Steelers. But that year, I grew a hatred for them, yes. But I mean, that game, that should have been our football game. The pick six from the end zone to end the half of the Super Bowl, like that was where I was like, oh God, here we go. Lost a lot of money that day too. Well, I didn't lose a lot of money that day. I didn't win a lot of money that I could have won that day, because I had the Cardinals going all the way in the playoff pool at the sports bar I worked at, and I had I think I had like a $10 bet placed from the beginning of the season just for shits and gigs when my friend was in Vegas. I was like, put $10 on the Cardinals for me, so that would have been a crap ton of money. And then I was gonna win, I think, $900 in the playoff pool if my Cardinals won that Super Bowl. And then that night, I also had some various bets happening. So I actually only ended up losing like, what, maybe 40 or 50 bucks out of all of my bets on the Cardinals that year. But it would have been probably about $2,000 or more that I would have won had they won that football game. Why are we agreeing with Paul? Oh, Philly won the division because they had a weak schedule. They have no chance in hell of making it to the Super Bowl. You never say never. I would like. I think people would have said the same thing about my Cardinals that year. I'm not putting anything past Tom Brady. You know, like, I would not want to go up against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers in the playoffs, because Tom Brady, you just never know what that do. Even at 137 years old. Nope. I will, you know what? I will pick the same team that I picked at the beginning of the year, because they always underperform. But my boy Justin Herbert is a really, really good quarterback, and he has ice in his veins. I've watched him since he was just a young pup at Oregon, and just for the hell of it, I'll pick the Chargers. Philly almost set a new NFL record with 4 games left in the regular season. They lost 3, and if they lost yesterday, we would have been the first team to lose the division lead. I'll take the Chargers or the Chiefs, because we watched Mahomes from back when he was in Tennessee before he transferred. I said there's something special about that kid. I'm a little warm. I'm going to take off the Rough Seas Woodworks hoodie. The Bills are very good, which is a weird thing to say out loud, isn't it? Because, man, the Bills could have very easily been the team that I picked when I picked the Cardinals way back. They've been garbage for decades too, right? Anyway, we are not going to talk about football all night. We are going to do some turning. The poll was small cherry bowl or Pens tonight. Small cherry bowl won. But after I put that poll up, I looked at the Mike's Wooden Things and Stuff 2023 calendar and realized that January 9th, today, is Branding Iron Safety Awareness Day. Well, Branding Iron Safety Day, which is the anniversary of the day that I burned myself on my branding iron here on the live show. But I'm not going to be able to brand something this small. So what I did is I chopped up a piece of 4/4 cherry, a 10-inch wide piece of 4/4 cherry that's got sapwood on either side of it, and I mounted my plate to it. We're going to make a little plate. We're going to make a little plate, a 10-inch-ish cherry plate so that I can brand something tonight in honor of Branding Iron Awareness Day, Branding Iron Safety Day. Let's just spin it. Let's just get spinning. We can talk more about football later, or you guys can talk about football amongst yourselves, or whatever. It's not on. Why is that not on? There we go. Buck says he brands himself. Geez, I hope not. Not on Branding Iron Awareness Day or Branding Iron Safety Day. I hope. I mean, who knows with this show, right? But remember, don't come here to learn. That's right. Just making a cherry plate. Hopefully I can keep those two little strips of sapwood. They're on the front side, the top. They're not coming all the way through to the back side, so they're obviously not, they're going at an angle. I hope I can keep them because I think that'll look cool. All right, McGill's here to not learn. Good. Hope I'm not having a tensioning problem again. Looks okay. That is just maybe cutting a little hard. Yeah, cutting a little hard. Almost round. I want to go top gear. Get on there, you little jerk. That's kind of a plate-like profile. And that last cut was relatively good. So let's just say that that's what it's going to be. We'll flatten off the bottom. Always move your tool rest when your thing is spinning full speed. I'm going to undercut it just a little bit so that I'm sure that it's not going to rock. But I want to keep it as flat as I can so I can brand it. That should be pretty good. Just a very, very slight undercut. See if I've got something. Do I have anything that's actually jointed? A little more, just to make sure. Want to make sure when I actually sand it, it stays undercut. There we go. I also want to get this thing so that it actually stays up when I put it up. Thank you very much. Better. Okay. So now we are going to sand. Then I'm going to mortise it. Then I'm going to brand the inside of the mortise. What? Okay, I'll scroll back to that in a minute. I put my my number 3 jaws on my chuck so that I can make sure that I can get my brand in there, and so that I make sure that the screws I put into the faceplate aren't going to be where that mortise is, because I'm working with a 4/4 piece of stock here. So let's not put the mortise exactly where those screws are going in, right? So let's measure today for the first time, maybe ever. Somewhere between 4 1/4 and 4 1/2 should do. Let's mark it, and then we'll sand, and then we'll cut it. Let's see what that is, just as a guess. What did I say? 4 1/4 to 4 1/2? That's exactly 4. I'll go there, which is, yeah, about 4 3/8. That's almost just under 4 1/2. That's where we want it. There we go. Now we'll sand. Now that we've got our placement for that marked, we'll sand and then cut the mortise, and then finish, and then flip, and then cut the mortise, and brand, and then flip. Branding Iron Safety Awareness Day. Loud noises. We'll turn this down. $2.20. out of 3 anything, so go straight to 400 for some reason. I'm gonna have to go back down. So I've got one big scratch from early on right there that I don't like. Put the 150 on here and get rid of it. We'll go back through them. Loud noises again. Keep going. Look at me being picky. Normally we strive for adequacy on this show. New year, new me, I guess. I don't know. Get the rest of that mortise out of there. Hopefully don't find those screws from the other side. Go the right way. A little more lip than that to grab onto, I think. let's say that that is enough. Sand that up, brand it. The branding iron has been plugged in since the beginning of the show. Hopefully, I turned it on. Yep. Okay. Loud noises again. $220. I got tack cloths for Christmas. Where'd I put them? I think I might have taken them inside. That's good. Get shop stuff for Christmas. Take it inside so you don't have it in the shop when you need it. All right. Nice big spot for a brand. Gonna give a couple more minutes for that to keep heating up. Oh, we're 41 minutes in. It's been lots of time. Let's cut it. try to get it close-ish to center here. Yeah, we were a little bit undercut right in the middle. Okay, we'll sand it back a little bit just to even it out. And just wash the whole thing out a little bit and it'll disappear. Just go back down to 220. Loud noises. That's pretty centered though. I'm kind of impressed with how centered that is. That'll do. I don't know. That's close enough to be in a good enough brand for me. All right, what should we do? We'll just custom grit high-speed crayon. Custom high-speed crayon. And maybe some liquid oil just to help it break down a little bit and drive it a little bit deeper. I find if I do a coat of the crayon and then as I'm buffing it in, I just add a little bit of the liquid wax. It helps it break down a little bit and it drives it a little bit deeper, I think, into the wood. Why does my lathe sound like it's changing speeds without me touching anything? Like, and when I'm not like putting any pressure on it? All right, we'll buff in, buff out the step one. I may just do step one, actually. mean, nobody tells Scott, but I think step 2 is kind of overkill. I don't think for most things you need to go up to 100,000 grit. I really don't. But like I said, don't tell Scott I said that. I think I've told Scott that I think that, so it's okay. 100,000 grit is awesome. But for most things, I don't know. You should absolutely buy it for the things that you need it for. All right, there's the outside of our plate thing. We'll have a sit, and then we will flip it around, do the inside. How's my beer doing? I might as well grab another one while I'm getting set up over here. I'll go back through some messages and see what I missed. People making fun of me, that kind of thing. There we go. Lawnmower Detective is back. All right. I'll get to you in a second. I'm just scrolling back. What's going on? Oh, okay, here he's measuring. How thick is that? I probably answered that. It was a 4/4 piece of wood. Yeah, what's going on? He's measuring? What? 2 hours ago, I was standing in this man's shop. I would believe that. I was here. Glad I made it home alive. Terrible drive home. Was like a monsoon. Yeah, it started getting gross, man. Daughter got sideswiped earlier this week. Oh, geez. You lost another car. Didn't you lose a car? Oh, no, that was somebody else that lost a car like a year ago. Yeah, everything's good, I hope. Okay, talking about car accidents. Everybody's good. His daughter got sideswiped in a Fiat. What are we making today? We're making a plate. Hopefully you figured that out by the time I get back up here. Can't wait to retire and grow you a crumb catcher like that. Just, yeah, all you got to do is just stop shaving and it just shows up. Mike, I have a question about your Bosch sander. Okay. Don't buy it. There's Bailey Woodworks. Hello, hello. It's mad because he hadn't been turning. Yeah, maybe. This is the first thing I've turned on it since I was getting ready for that market on the 10th of December. Wait. 15, 16 of December was the market. So I haven't turned on it in 3 weeks probably. How comfortable is it when sanding for a long time? It has less vibration than my DeWalt did, but I don't think that's a fair direct comparison because my DeWalt was 5 years old. So I'm assuming it probably garnered some more vibration as it grew older. I don't really like it. After using it for a while, I kind of wish I would have drawn a different name out of the basket that day. I don't think it has a good randomized pattern. I don't think it spins freely enough during that randomized pattern. I don't like the extra 1/2 inch of tallness on it. Raises the the center of gravity up a little too high for me. I'm only comparing to the DeWalt, but I don't think I would buy it again. Looking for one that's less hard on the hand vibration wise. Well, it is, but I'm only comparing it to the 5-year-old DeWalt. It is less hard on the hand vibration wise. I think you should probably, if you're looking for long periods of sanding, I think unfortunately you have to be in the Festool or the Mirka area of sanders in order to actually like get the quality that will make the noticeable difference in that way. All the sanders I've used from DeWalt, Bosch, Ryobi, Milwaukee, I've used Makita, I've used, they all vibrate pretty good. Or, I mean, you can buy those gloves, those like vibration dampening gloves to help out some if you're doing long stretches of sanding. But I don't know that you're going to get a noticeable vibration difference in anything in the $100 to $200 price range of stuff. I don't think you are. I think until you get up to the Festool and the Mirka and that type of level of sander, I just don't think you're going to notice a huge difference. There's only so much you can do as a manufacturer that's only charging that much money for a sander in order to dampen vibration. YouTube dumping me, freezes and doesn't come back until I rejoin. Oh, well, maybe you pissed it off. What'd you do? Matt, what'd you do? Why'd you piss off YouTube? Were you talking about it behind his back? YouTube pisses me off a lot too, so I understand that. It's a cool plate so far for Branding Iron Awareness Day. What is it? Branding Iron Safety Awareness Day? Hold on. Branding Iron Safety Day is what I called it. It's on the Mike's Wooden Things and Stuff calendar. Was it 1 year ago or 2 years ago, Benel? You own that. I don't remember how long ago that was. Was it last year or the year before? I think it was last year. Was it a year ago today that I branded my finger on a Yatoba bowl? Auto flag demonetizes it if there's a swear in the first 30 seconds. Yeah, there's a lot of random demonetization. They say the first, I think they say in their like terms of service or like advertiser friendly checkboxes, I think they say in the first minute and a half. So, but I don't know. I honestly, I don't even really care that much anymore. For the amount I make per video, unless it's one of the ones like, I have a few that have like tens of thousands of watches. Those ones would suck if they got demonetized. But like most of my videos, it really doesn't matter if they get demonetized, honestly. I've avoided the green tools because I used to sell them and grew a disdain for them. I understand that. I have a disdain for them because of how much money they cost. But by all accounts, if you can afford it, it's the same as anything in this world these days, you know, like Saw Stop makes a really nice table saw. But do you want to drop that kind of money? I probably will at some point get a really nice sander, because I don't know what that's like to have sanding be a pleasant experience. And a lot of people say, like, I don't hate sanding anymore. I never thought that I wouldn't not like sanding. Have you seen those new 3M electric random orbits wall? Probably talking to Paul. Stumpy Nubs did a video on them. I have a hard time trusting that guy anymore. You do that because you love us, no other reason. Yeah, it might as well be. I do want to try a Festool Rotex or the other popular models. It's likely nice, but $, $, $. Yeah, I know. All right, later, lawnmower. David, I think. Yeah, you're always welcome, my friend. I went back to hand sanding your guitars due to vibration. Yeah, just take all the profits from one of the guitars, probably 2 of the guitars. See, these are for the new sander. I'm gonna get there eventually. I'm sure I am. I don't want to flip that around just yet. I kind of want to just sit and hang out. Let's talk about the guitars. Let's talk about, I am going to, so these are the old guitars. I started them before I knew what I was doing, and then put them away, and then found them again, guitars. I am going to finish these. They're going to take a little bit of work because I didn't know what I was doing. So, like, that's in the wrong place. This is not good. They're narrow. They're too thick. They're going to need tops, etc., etc. But one of these I'm going to do on an edited video, project video. And one of them we're going to do live on the channel. So for, I don't know, I might do a little bit in between stages of live shows, but I think it'd be cool to make a guitar, at least from this stage to completed, live on the show. So which of these 2 do you guys want to do live on the show? And I'll do the other one as a project video. We got Purple Heart and Maple, with a Maple and Purple Heart. The neck is basically, well, they're over here. The necks are the same as the inside bits. So this one has a maple neck with a Purple Heart stripe. Purple Heart and Maple. Walnut, Purple Heart, and Maple, with a Purple Heart and Maple neck. Let me know which one you want me to do here live on the show, and we'll do that. The Purple Heart one looks more painful to you. That's your pick. The mostly Purple Heart one? Okay. Waldrop says copper, because he just doesn't care to vote, I guess. Do that one live, the Purple Heart one, Purple Heart and Maple, and I'll do the walnut. Well, but the walnut one has an almost all Purple Heart neck, so that's kind of going to be a piss off too. So I don't know. I think they're both going to suck in terms of finishing them. Okay, McGill says Purple Heart. I'm going to need to just, let's define, we'll go by body. So you just say walnut or Purple Heart, starting now. And that's how we'll do votes. The walnut one with the Purple Heart neck, or the Purple Heart body with the maple neck. I'm gonna get something to write down votes on. Just Purple Heart or walnut. That's all you gotta say. Purple Heart, walnut. All right, McGill says Purple Heart. Let's go. This is the official vote. Whatever happens in this vote is what I'll do. Wait until you make one out of Wenge. Making the neck suck. Yeah, I can just imagine. I haven't done a lot with Wenge. Pens and bottle stoppers. That's all I've done with Wenge. Oh no, and I did a little bit of other stuff with it too. Waldrop says walnut. Peterson says Purple Heart. It's 2-1. We got to get some more votes. Also, have all of you hit the thumbs up button, because you enjoy this. Remember. It's only 3 votes. There's a bunch of you watching. All you got to say is Purple Heart or walnut. And then between this week and next week, whichever one we pick, I will at least probably fill the front cavity with epoxy, because that's not going to be a good show and it has to cure for a while. So like filling that with epoxy is not going to be an exciting show. So I'll do that before we actually get started. Stanifer says walnut. Hey, oh, tie game. Tie game between walnut and Purple Heart. I gotta just pick one. If it's tie game, I'll just pick one. Pinnell, you gotta vote? Is Pinnell even here? I'm sure I saw him, didn't I? No? Longer beam? Anybody? Shut up, Stanifer. Everybody hates you. Bailey comes in with a Purple Heart vote. Tyler says, yeah, oh, maybe Pinnell didn't bother to show up. Hey, my beer only stays on the coaster when it's showing the Stanifer side. Really? Did it like bow in the mail or something? Because that'd be weird. That would suck. Oh man. Purple Heart is winning. We can, I don't know. We'll see by the end of the show. I'll go back through the votes. Patreon people get votes too. So we'll see what the grand total is by the end of the show, and over on Patreon. And then maybe not next week, but maybe next week, we'll start making a guitar live on the show. Let's flip this thing around. I had loud noises for a sec. I'm going to do a little bit of cleanup. there we go. Get the big jaws. Big jaws on. Should retitle this channel to A Boy and His Laguna. No, because I'm going to be doing other stuff, like non-lathe stuff soon. Okay, try not to crack it while we're tightening that down. Still be tight. That's pretty good, I think. I don't know. Put a face shield on and away we go. Not sure that that's going to work in terms of viewership here, but we'll see. I don't know why this is even on here. You know what I'm gonna I might hit you, I might not. I'll try to move you before I hit you. We'll see. I don't have to go very deep in this thing. Of course, I can't even really measure it because it's just not enough depth for it to matter. It's like less than that, which is at 3/4. We're going less than 3/4 of an inch deep. And hoping that it doesn't come flying off the chuck. This is really weird. I've never done anything this shallow, I don't think. It's weird to like not be pushing, like to get to like be hogging away material. I'm just like slowly skimming across the surface. Just, it's weird. It's probably how you're supposed to turn, but I can't even in my head get a sense of how deep I am. Like a 1/4 of an inch? Okay, a 1/2 an inch? So I only have another 1/4 inch to go? That's so weird. All right, so settle down. I don't know what I'm doing. This is a brand new experience for me. I've never done anything this shallow before. I'm gonna turn it up, because if it's gonna go wrong, let's make it go catastrophically wrong. I can hear it get thin there. I'm pretty sure I can hear it getting thin. Right there, where that mortise is. So I should stop. I'll take down a little bit out here and then just like flatten it off, hopefully, and not go through. I can like hear how thin it is. Okay, I'm just gonna sand now because that's too thin. This might be a fail video. It's like veneer right there. That's not good. All right, let's find out who screwed this up. This was not, I don't know. $220. Let's just get the thing finished up. Not sure how I feel about it. Come on. We'll do a 400 on the drill, and we'll custom grid it, and it'll be what it'll be. It's like a piece of veneer in the middle. That's funny. All right, let's just oil and wax this guy. Let's just do it that way. We'll just liquid wax that guy and have done with her. And we'll do a coat of the hard wax on it as well. But it is going to look cool. So let's all just watch as this comes alive. Let's turn it up so we can drive it nice and deep. We'll drive it right through to the other side. These are all new. Where's my open one? That one, I think. There we go. She's done. Super thin in the middle. But this was a celebration of Branding Iron Safety Day, January 9th, as per the Mike's Wooden Things and Stuff calendar. So we had to make something that was big enough to brand, and we did. Here we go. It's a plate. It's right in the middle. It's a little bit thin. But just don't use your steak knife too heavy. Hold it up to the light. No, can't. Well, maybe. Maybe just. Let's hold it up to a bright one. Let's see, you guys can check with me. Yeah. Right dead center, I guess. It's pretty thin right in the middle. It'll hold up to whatever it's going to get used for. It's going to be, I mean, somebody's going to put that out and it'll have like candles or some shit on it. Like it's going to be a decorative thing. It'll have like candles and pine cones or some shit. Like it's not going to get used as a plate. It's fun. And got branded. You know what? It was the undercut that made it thin, because that's the exact spot. Like it got a little bit this way, which is what kept the brand from registering fully right there, which is what made it so thin right there on a compounding issues. It's cool though. It's my first plate. I guess if you call it a plate, I would call it a plate, I guess. Could go through and add a stand or base to it. Yeah, I could make something to fit in there and make it a stand. It could be like a little cake stand. And then you wouldn't have to worry about that part. Whatever. It's fun. It's a thing that I made. It's my first thing that I've made on the lathe since what, the week before the 15th of December. So that's 3 weeks. That's just about a month since I've made anything on the lathe. You guys seem a little dusty. Hold on. I'm not going to blow on you because that's annoying, but maybe like that. That clears things up a little bit, I think. There we go. Cherry plate with a brand on it to celebrate International Branding Iron Safety Awareness Day. I saw Pinnell finally. Thanks for showing up. I haven't seen Scotty for like a month and a half. I haven't seen Lily and the Adkins Whites for longer than that. It's almost thin enough to fit in a mailing envelope. Want to lose some more money on shipping? Not really. Not especially. No, I'm not a huge fan. For how often I lose money, you would think that I'm a fan of it. But I'm really not. As strange as it may sound, I'm not a huge fan of losing money, despite how often it happens. Don't think you've seen Lily since I moved to Monday. It's possible. But that's not right. Because I moved to Monday like, a month into my new job. And that was in April. May of last year. Has it really been like 8 months since we've seen Lily? Doesn't feel right. Maybe it is, though. I guess maybe because she's got school on Tuesdays. And there it's 10:30 or something by the time I actually, I don't know. Despite how good I am at it. Of all the things that I'm good at, losing money is the top of the list. Hey, Paul sold the GGBO guitar today to the guy who did the demo. Awesome. He liked it so much. See, that's a ringing endorsement of your shit right there, man. Dude played it and wanted it so much that he bought it from you after playing it. That's a ringing endorsement of a Waldrop guitar right there. Should see how many 10mm wrenches he scored today. Are you stealing from Canadian Tire now? Is that technically we've only seen Lily on the podcast? It's true, but I've seen her name a lot more often than that. Should leave her messages in the stream so she can comment with next week's question. Last time that she didn't show up for a while, I messaged her directly on Instagram and I was like, are we fighting? Did I say something? Because I'm sorry if I did. And she was just like, no, I've just been busy. And then she came back for a bit, and then now she hasn't been here for a while. People come and go. It is what it is. A lot of times people move past this nonsense, or just they get other things going on the night that this happens. Tyler missed a couple of months in a row playing softball. One more beer and we'll shut her down. They're changing owners and doing a purge clean. Oh, sweet. Score me some stuff. It reminded me I have to wake up and drive to Minnesota Vikings big building to fix their printer stuff. Yeah. Okay, that's cool. You get me an autograph from Kirk Cousins? Gonna finally get to build the door for your shop. Quickset is sending you a knob extension kit so you'd be able to build it thick. Okay, I don't know anything about knob installation. I've only ever installed a knob on a door that already had a spot for a knob. Never built a door that wasn't for a small cabinet of some kind. Yeah, that's the biggest door I've ever built right there. Oh, cool. So I guess we will build the Purple Heart guitar live on the show. And I'll do the walnut one as project video for the channel. I'm going to do them at the same time. It's just one I will be recording to edit and put together as a project on the channel, and one we'll do live on the show. I think that'll be cool. Something different this year rather than just me standing at the lathe all the time. We'll take a couple of months and build a guitar. You can practice on the live show and then do a good job on the project video version. No, it'll probably be the other way around, my friend. It'll probably be over the course of the next few days after the show, I'll be doing the walnut one and filming it. And then on the live show the next Monday, I'll catch up to the one that I've been working on, is probably how it's going to go. Because really, my shop time these days is limited to Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. So tomorrow, I'm not going to because I have a bunch of other stuff to do. But Wednesday, what I'll probably do, actually, maybe even tonight after the show, I might just fill that front cavity with epoxy. Because that just needs to get filled. So I might just do that tonight on both of them. And then probably won't be back at it until Wednesday. And I'll start by planing things down to the point where I can put a top on them. And then deciding what kind of top I want to put on them. And possibly resawing some wood to do that. And possibly cutting the neck blank into the shape of a neck. And routing a truss rod channel. We'll see. I probably won't get that far this week. I have a bunch of other stuff I need to get accomplished, but that's going to be the plan for the next little while on the show. I think we'll steer away from the lathe for a bit and work on a guitar. A purple, a heavy ass guitar. I'm going to have to relieve a lot of weight in both of these bodies. I handed one to Tyler when he stopped by after work today. I was like, well, you haven't seen these in real life yet. Just put that in your hand. I just about broke his arm. He took it in his hand and I let go of it and I just about broke his arm. All right. People talking about making doors. I don't have anything to add. See the carved eagle sideboard that Paul Sellers made when he lived in Texas. It sits just outside the Oval Office. It's all mesquite. Oh, sweet. They thick. Yeah, they are thick. That's the main problem with them is that they are seriously like a solid 2 inches thick. But once I fire them through the planer and get them down to inch and a half, maybe a little bit over an inch and a half, because I'm going to put probably a 1/4 to 3/8 inch top on it. I'm still going to need to carve out a whole bunch. Like, yeah. They're thick, but they'll have a lot of sustain because of it. Let's not even pretend like I'm going to be able to make a second guitar that will play. We don't know that these are actually going to turn into functioning instruments. They're going to be pretty, though. It's entirely possible I got lucky on the first one. And then, like, Tyler owes me, what, 3 crown and polish and level crown and polish jobs for that planer that I gave you? I don't remember what we decided. Georgia is tearing up TCU in the yeah. We're up to 3. I don't remember. I think it was like I think we just were like, you can do some fret work for me. I don't think we ever actually said. I'm not that worried about it. 52-7. Oh, thanks for that. That was, whew. I haven't had a good solid belly laugh like that for a while. That's good. 52. Oh, I hope you're not lying to me. Oh, at least you're making them more actual woodworking than me. Cherry sitting here. And I need to push yourself to start cutting. I would love to help push you, but you're right. It is a thing that we all need to deal with. I'm having problems these days, getting part way through something and losing enthusiasm for it, and then just moving on. The shop stool. It's down there. I'm like a couple days from being done it, and I'm just like, meh. I don't feel like it anymore. Let's make guitars. I have another guitar. These are 2 of 3 guitars that I have started. That I don't know. I'm making things, but I am struggling with the enthusiasm as well. Maybe at least when you start cutting, your enthusiasm will carry you through to the end of the project. Because mine hasn't been. Mine's like, all right, let's do this, and then I'll get started. I mean, even the sharpening station in the corner, remember? Like 2 years ago, I was supposed to put doors and drawers on that. And I was like, it's fine. I'm done with it. It's an incomplete piece of furniture. I'm having trouble sustaining. Speaking of sustain, I'm having trouble sustaining my enthusiasm for a project through to the end of it. I don't know. But, I mean, I guess there's something to be said for starting. But is there? I mean, is it better to start something and then just meh before it's done? Or not start it at all? I actually don't know the answer to that. I think it's almost better to not start it. Because now the damn shop stool is going to be in my way until I get back to it. Because I don't have anywhere else to put it, like outside the shop. So now I'm just going to be moving it around and kicking it, and it's going to get dented. And I'm going to snap off a mortise or something, like, or a tenon. You can't snap off a mortise. But snap a tenon off while it's just getting kicked around and in my way. I don't know. I don't know what's better. I would almost rather not start something if I'm not going to finish it, but it is what it is. Sit on it? I can't sit on it. It doesn't have a lid. It's just 4 legs and 8 stretchers. It doesn't have a top, so I can't sit on it. I'll fall right through the inside. Send the stool to me. You'll use the wood for something. You want to pay the shipping on this thing to go in the mail? I don't think you do. I would venture to say $300. 250, $300 to send that to you. Home Depot bucket lid on it. It wouldn't sit on anything. There's just a big gap in the middle. Like, it would make a better outhouse than a stool at this point. And with that, before I let you guys comment on that comment, I'm going to stay happy, stay healthy, stay safe. We'll see you next week when maybe we get into making a guitar. Maybe. But soon. If it's not next week, it'll be soon. Bye for now. Thanks for coming. I appreciate you guys. I know that you know that, but I like to keep saying it anyway. I wouldn't keep doing this show if you guys didn't keep coming. Cherry plate. It does look awesome. It is just a little bit. Maybe that would be cool if I put that tone in the song that I'm recording this year. Because remember, one of my resolutions is to record an original song this year. I'm going to try to do as much of that song with things that I've made. So like maybe that's a drum sound in the song. You listen for it when it comes out. Bye for now, everybody. Thanks.